Do you want to switch and we'll go through some of the stuff?
Sure.
I don't know why that surprised me that we were looking at this and I got confused.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jellyfish are in a tank kind of thing, or when you're on a boat kind of thing.
He's literally laughing to himself.
Oh, that was a
downstairs.
laugh?
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah. I just heard like a loud, boisterous noise, and it's Fatty in the kitchen laughing.
It's actually kind of funny talking about jellyfish. I saw a video. It must have been on TikTok because, TikTok. But it was like a girl swimming like up, and it was just like jellyfish, and she was going like through them. I'm like, no. Like, how do you know those aren't the ones that kill you? No.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good idea.
No.
Tremendously terrifying tendrilled thing.
I liked that you kept the T's. That was a good, very, very good effort.
I do like
it's like A+.
I do like what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will tell you. There's a bunch of things that you don't need unless you're playing with the Automa.
Where Nin has been in water with jellyfish. Why?
Small jellyfish.
No, water can go away.
So, the pack that's green.
We haven't even
this.
opened it.
No, I haven't opened it because we haven't played with it and I don't need to. So you don't need this.
That's true. Okay, that's fair.
This is in the same deck as other cards. It says ABCD, and then this card, you don't need it either.
Oh, that's funny.
Bondi Beach.
Bondi Beach Rescue.
Yeah, there was a TV show. Well, there was a TV show about Bondi Beach, like tattoos, but...
Yeah, but Bondi Beach Rescue is a TV show.
Thanks, Castro.
I kind of want to leave it.
That's like step one.
Soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
You can't see everything.
Yeah, you can't see everything. So what are you doing?
I straightened it out. Wait.
What?
Wait, what? What
How?
happened? What?
I honestly haven't, like, other than the last, like, hour before we streamed, I wasn't on my phone, like, all day, so I didn't talk to her.
Yeah.
But what happened?
Who happened? Well, us, I guess, but... Oh.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, she does that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I thought you meant that...
In your family.
That we made somebody in your family.
Me
and
too.
I was like, I'm so confused. What?
Your poor mailbox.
Weird.
Wait, like, what?
What? Nice.
I'm more interested in this mailbox. Am I? Oh no!
Love it. Fantastic. It's very unfortunate about your mailbox, though. I hope everything else was okay.
I hope it wasn't like a super expensive
and that
mailbox.
It wasn't like a very like personalized mailbox. It was just like a generic.
Yeah, it's like rural country roads.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully everything was okay other than that.
You need to put a ramp on both sides.
Okay. Steel bar boat. Yeah.
Wait, is the mailbox in the field? Is that?
Yeah. Well, it's usually
like,
across
like
the.
The mailbox is now in the field.
Oh.
Oh, they hit and run.
Oh, nice. Well, hopefully karma gets them, you know?
I mean, probably damage their car.
Well, yeah, and I bet the mail person was very confused.
A steel bar. No steel. You make a ramp.
Oh, there were
car pieces. Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah, you should put a ramp. So then when they hit it, right over the mailbox. It'd be epic. They broke the entire post in half. Oh my god.
You're going fast.
That car's probably leaking something on the way. Well, the thing it's a like rural country road, so they're probably going 80 to 100,
Yeah,
if
probably,
not
yeah.
more.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, you have to do over the mailbox and away. You do like a little.
That's so annoying. Oh.
Wow.
It's funny. My friend, like, grew up living on a rural road, and it was the same thing. They had the same problems.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's so bad. Like,
there are some not nice people out there.
gee, oh my god, that would be so funny. Like one of those what in the kids playing thingies, you know, the thing that you go like this.
Yeah.
Should I get one of those?
You know what?
And
People
the
are just
roads
dumb.
are curvy. Oh my god, that's so dangerous.
People just don't think, all the time. They're not.
Like it's one thing when it's like a long straight road, but when the roads turn and you speed.
Use your brain.
Mm-mm.
Swear if my future mailbox gets broken, I'm getting the strongest mail post I can afford, and I'm just gonna laugh and laugh. Oh my goodness.
And there's a hill.
What? It's true, Castro. You're just protecting your goods, Making sure that you are able to get your mail.
No, it was cheaper than wood.
I mean, that's fair right now.
Yeah. It's true. Get like a big steel post, it's cheaper than wood. Can't be replaced in wood all the time, it's expensive now.
Put in cement. Dig a big hole.
It's probably cheaper than metal. Do you like no, like those old, like, I don't know, I'm thinking like really old, but like stones?
Bricks?
No, stones. Like think of like an old fireplace kind of thing, kind of look.
Use concrete. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Why do people do that? Like, I don't understand. Like, what's the fun? Like, I can't, like, imagine that being fun. I don't understand.
That's true. Gotcha.
Yeah, especially the ones where they baseball bat them or turn dumb to sender.
I would say I don't understand, but where I grew up, people didn't even know anything. I mean, that's the thing is, like,
yeah,
as a population, humans are not always smart.
If you think how dumb the average person is, they're in the middle.
Yeah, that's true. Very unfortunate.
Cow tipping.
No.
Oh my god.
Poor cows.
That's effort too, like.
That's why there are Darwin Awards 1,000%.
Darwin Awards are great.
Yeah.
I used to love reading those. It's so random though.
So unfortunate.
It's so random.
Driving back roads, parking, and parking to run through cornfields, yelling. That's special.
Math.
That... What are you, Meeple?
That's definitely math.
So unfortunate.
Why though? I don't like.
Oh.
Can you imagine running through a cornfield? Like, I mean, that's it. I didn't grow up around cornfields, but I can't imagine wanting to do that.
Oh.
Okay, why don't we go
play?
through a little bit of the setup? Yeah,
sting.
exactly.
Yeah.
Go through like a little bit of the setup, and then we'll go through a little bit of the play.
Yep.
And by the end of it, you'll know exactly what to do.
It's super easy. So, you put the cards in the center. So there's this lovely spot for cards.
It's like so self-explanatory.
Yep. There's a spot for this lovely. I don't know if the non-collector's edition has the helium holder thing.
Oh yeah, it might not. Actually, did yours come with this tray?
But it just goes there.
It does?
It does? Perfect. Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't
look at
sure.
that.
So that goes there. Take the lid off. Super easy. You randomize which
Underscore. Hello, underscore. Good.
Thank you, underscore.
Good morning to you.
Are your pieces metal or are they wood? That'll tell you.
And especially like these little cubes, they're heavy. Especially when all of them are together.
You'll know that's the big difference.
Yeah. Actually, I think the special ones are numbered too. The non-special ones are probably not numbered.
Oh, probably.
Plastic and
lead. Okay, so then
it probably does still come with a tray.
Yeah. So what you do is there's all these lovely colors of factions. You basically turn them over, and everyone gets one. Everyone gets their colored, so you get their squares and their rocket ship.
Yeah, it's your fleet.
Their fleet. That's what it is.
It's a rocket ship.
Goes on 0.
It's a rock man.
We'll be the ones who care about the environment, human population levels, and mental health. Yeah, that's right. Then what are you doing?
Everything you get for your color.
Yeah, you just get everything that's in your color.
If you'll notice, they're all green.
Yeah, you got green. If you're playing a 2-person game, you have to put 3 tokens of a different color here. Yeah, it doesn't come with these.
Oh no.
So these are card holders, but honestly,
they're awful.
They're pretty shit.
So you put a card here, but if you slightly tip it...
If you like blow on it just a little bit, it just falls. They're not great.
It's not great. It's not great. And like if you tip it like forward, it's useless.
Yeah.
So you're literally like have them in front of you and you can't do anything. And it actually doesn't even fit enough cards.
No.
They're useless.
Yeah, they're not great. Yeah, and like I don't know, they work fine, and like I like them just so I don't like have to hold them, but they're fine.
That's the thing is you can get some really good ones.
Oh, there are some beautiful ones online. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you're playing a 2-player game, you have to have 3 of a different color in the Institute, so in this little rectangle here, just to add a little bit of complexity, because...
A little competition.
Yeah.
Adds competition.
Other than that, you're done setup. And you have the die, the sovereign token, which is this doohickey here.
I actually don't know how it looks like in the regular one.
I think it's just the same thing with plastic.
Yeah.
And the moon is the first player token.
The die is huge.
Yeah, the die is huge.
Like it's not huge. It's huge. Like I'm trying to think of how big that would be.
It's huge.
It's bigger than like a normal big die.
Yeah. My 1-bedroom apartment not doing serious welding. That makes sense. Yeah, so that's the entire setup. So once you have all your things out, you're looking at, well, I guess it's not the entire setup. You have to take cards, but that's what's at the point. So each person gets 5 cards to start. And that's your starting hand. And then in each of the 4 areas, you put 2 cards where you have the name and the color showing, but not the abilities. Just like that. Oh, I thought you were really excited. I was like, what?
I am excited. We haven't played this in a while.
No, I thought you were like, I don't know. I thought you saw something that you were excited about.
Too pink? The Institute is the pink house.
Yeah, apparently. So it gets you this lovely player aid card, which explains everything, really.
It literally explains.
On your turn, you have a couple of options. You can lead, where you take a card from your hand and put it on one of the 4 places. What? It's fair.
It's because you can't see half of it. Do you want to bring it down?
What do you mean?
It's because you were pointing here and you can't see.
Oh no, it's fine. So you take your card, put it on one of the 4 places. If it has an ability, with this symbol, then you do it when you place it. It'll tell you.
Yeah, literally read the card.
But that symbol means to do it when you place it. Afterwards, you have a choice of two things. So you can either take a card, the top card, from one of the other places. You can't take it from where you can't take the card you just put down, basically. But you can take it from one of the 3 other places and take the ability that's associated with that area. So if we take a look, Jupiter is moving your fleet up 1. Mars is taking a helium token, which is one of these. Luna is taking the sovereign token and doing your ability for your faction, which I'll go over in a sec. And the Institute is putting one of your cubes in this area here.
So not only is there a iconology on your cheat sheet, but there's also a really neat trick. The blue goes with the blue, the red with the red, the yellow, there's even a picture on it.
Yeah, with the sovereign token.
Of that, and then the green with the green.
Yeah. Assuming you're not
Genius.
colorblind.
Yeah, then.
If you don't want to take a card that is face up, you can choose instead to take the top card of the deck and roll the die, and instead you would do whatever the die says. So for example, this is the helium token image, so you would take a helium token. So if you would rather kind of leave fate up to, the cards.
Have a chance of getting the bonus of the one you put a card down on.
That's true.
For example.
That's true. The second thing you can do instead is if you don't want to take a card from your hand and put it down, if you really like the cards you have, then you can scout. So scout is reveal the top card of the deck and place it on one of the areas and use that location's bonus. Okay, so you're not deploying it, so you're not actually using the deploy action on the card, so that little square with an arrow. But if you take the card and put it down somewhere, you get the ability of that area. That's basically it. Okay, the way that the game ends, which has it on here, there's like setup too, but the way that the game ends is is so in a 2-player game, it's only going to be that a player gets 2 of the 3 things. If it's in a more than 2-player game, then it'll be if each of the 3 things are by other people. So if a player reaches 7 helium, a player has 7 influence on the Institute, and a player reaches 7 on the fleet track. So if in our game, one person gets 2 of those, the game ends. If in a 3-player game, each person succeeds at one of those, then the game would end.
Yeah, I know.
So it says, finish taking turns until each player has taken the same number of turns. And if Apollo's playing, which we're not, then there's some special things with Apollo. And during endgame scoring for each card in your hand beyond 7, you lose 10 victory points. So you sometimes can mitigate that minus 10 points by getting an epic number of points with the cards. But otherwise you want to be mindful of the 7 cards. And please carry around an otter. So 7 plus helium are these. 7 plus on the Institute and 7 on the fleet track. It's 777. Get 7 of 2 things. That's it.
Does the fleet track say? It doesn't actually say something.
No, but it's 777.
Yeah, it's 7. It's really easy to remember.
Carrying an otter around a board game con is the latest thing to add to my checklist now. Yes.
Oh my god.
Amazing. So on your cards, there's like
good amount of info.
I'll do this. Oh, of course I didn't think of that.
That's so neat. It's like the same color.
Yeah. So it tells you how many victory points it's worth. It tells you, if you don't know what color it is, it tells you what color it is. It says a pink companion.
That actually matters. Some colors are very similar.
Yeah, yellow and gold, they're sometimes a little bit difficult.
And just to know the difference between gray and silver if you don't have both showing.
Yeah. There's a picture, obviously. Yeah, it is good for colorblind people, exactly. Yeah. At the bottom, in this little banner, it kind of tells you if there's a special ability.
So that's the ability that
so
when you would
deploy
play.
Ability.
Yeah, you can say like it's a card being played.
Yeah.
That's what that arrow represents.
And then at the very, very bottom, it tells you what kind of victory points the card is worth at the very end of the game when you're calculating the points. And it also kind of represents that in pictures down the side. So you can see here that there's clearly if you have something or if you don't have somebody, something happens. So you get 15 points if you have Darrow and minus 15 if you have Mickey. If you like really, really know the game and you can totally tell these pictures, then that would probably help you. I don't honestly find the pictures that helpful. I tend just to read the bottom. But that's just me.
Some of them are better. So like if you show this one.
Yeah, this one's a little bit easier. So for example, his is 10 victory points for each obsidian character you have, or each obsidian card.
You can tell.
So you can see it's
a black
color.
bar, so you can tell that's obsidian.
So it's a little bit of a different, as opposed to like a picture of a person or a picture of a specific character.
But, so the one thing though is those victory points. This is where like the meat of the game is.
Yeah.
Those victory points are only given to you at the end of the game if they're in your hand.
Yeah.
Which means as you're playing the game, you kind of have to try to feel for how you're going to end your game and have a hand of cards and then calculate the points. So you have to like play cards you don't want, try to pick up cards you want, and then near the end of the game, no, the planning is not going to help.
I wouldn't even say it's planning, honestly, because like you have to, like, you for the first 2/3 of the game, you're just looking at the deploy abilities and which ones you want and that I think are better.
And the thing is, and you're looking at what's here.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to go through the whole deck, especially at 2.
No.
So what you're kind of looking for is like, oh, I have this one card that seems really cool. The thing is like, you getting distracted is probably good in this game, actually.
Yeah.
It's like, I have a card here that says, if you have the Sovereign token, I get 15 points. I'm like, oh, okay, so I should probably try to keep this card or maybe have this card in my hand. And if it's in my hand, the last turn of the game, maybe I'll want to play Luna to get the Sovereign token. But you can't plan that on your first turn.
That's so far from where you start that
Exactly.
like you're really just looking at the deploy abilities and what can be useful for you. Looking to kind of even out on the 3 tracks. And towards the end of the game, when you feel like these 3 tracks are getting towards the end, then start saying, okay, what abilities do my cards have that can be useful together that I can then form some sort of good point system. But it honestly, play cards, pick up a card, and then pass the, like,
it's like, and especially for like the first couple games, you really just look at what's a negative.
Yeah.
If it says negative with Mickey, just make sure you don't have Mickey.
Make sure you don't have Mickey.
And other than that,
or if you do, get rid of Mickey.
Points. Yeah, exactly. Get rid of Mickey near the end.
Yeah. Each faction has their own ability. I just froze the
camera.
camera.
You froze it. Just unlock it. It'll show them. Yeah, don't. You froze it. Oh, camera.
There we go. Okay. So each faction has its own ability. That when you get the Sovereign token, or if you have the Sovereign token already and you use the Sovereign token ability, you still get it. It does kind of match Mars, yeah.
Oh my god, I think.
Yeah, I guess kind of. So Mars is whenever I gain the Sovereign token, or if I already have it and take the Sovereign ability, then I gain a Helium. So that means I can gain a Helium by going to Mars or Luna, because this is the Helium one and this is the Sovereign one. So I gain a Helium in 2 different ways.
And mine, green, I get to go to the Institute. So I can place a token, an influence on the Institute, whether I go to the Institute or to Luna.
Yeah, so you have 2 ways of getting your Institute tokens. I will say that you lose points. I think it's lose points. There's something about it, you can lose points from the Institute.
Oh, if you're lost or something.
Yeah. Let me just double check. So the end scoring, you get points based on your position on the fleet track. You gain 3 points per Helium token. You gain 10 points if you have the Sovereign token. And then influence is you gain it based on like your position relative to other people. So
on your influence on the institute.
Well, so it's the person with the most
influence.
The person with the most influence gets 4 points per influence. The second most gets 2, and then everyone else gets 1 point. Which matters because in a 2-player game you have these 3 from the non-existent player. If you want to have at least second place, you have to have more than 3 because the tokens that are there count as a player.
Yeah.
So you have to have at least 3 in the institute if the other person has 7.
Yeah, just to spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, just to make sure that you're guaranteed those at least extra points. That's it. That's the game.
But yeah, that's literally the whole game. The whole game is the 4 colors here and your hand of cards.
Yep. It's
Like,
super easy. It's
it.
thinky, but it's easy.
And you know what? Going right for that is fine. Because if he's concentrating on that, you have open board to do everything else.
Yeah. And remembering that one player in a 2-player game has to get 2 things. So 7 helium, 7 institute, or 7 fleet, 7 institute, one of the 2.
Oh, and you are also limited. This is how many institute influence you have.
That's true.
It's 10. So if you put
can't
10,
get more than that.
The maximum amount of points that you can get is 40. First place is 4 each, and there's 10. That's 40, which is, let's see, this one card gives me 20.
Yeah.
So, you know.
The game score is really high. Like it usually in the 200s.
We hit 300 some first game, I think.
So like they're all in the
Almost
200s.
300.
Except for that one game that you played.
We're not going to talk about that.
That's him.
Don't talk about that.
But they're all in the 200s.
Oh, and we tied our third game.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
So it's a high scoring game.
It's a very high scoring game.
Yeah.
So we're gonna play through. We're gonna talk about what we're doing. Make sure everybody understands everything. But yeah.
So because we don't have, there's one specific faction that gets to go first. We don't have that one, so you just choose randomly, and it's me.
Yeah, she cheats when she does that.
They're literally the same shape.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what I have. So I have quite a mix of styles here. You generally speaking, the different colored cards will have very similar or the same ability. So once you've seen one,
yeah, there are duplicate abilities. There's a good spread though. There's enough different abilities on all the cards that it's not something you're just gonna remember after a couple games.
Interesting. Okay.
Very interesting.
So I'm just reading my deploy abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And some of them, like, when you read them, you're like, oh, it's not helpful because the cards we have out right now don't help. Oh, I hold her a while. That's when she's choosing town, she can tell by which she's on. Wait, what?
Oh, you cheating with first player.
Oh, okay.
No, she 100% cheats. 100%.
Yeah, each game is super different.
Yeah,
There's
actually,
so many cards.
You probably can't tell.
It's a huge deck.
Oh, I just dropped a bit.
No, just you can turn it so you can see the stack. Yeah, that was.
I didn't think of that. There's a lot of cards. Yeah, you're oogly. And the pictures are really cool. They're really, really cool. I love the art style. You gonna play a card?
Yeah. Okay, so. I can't. So I'm gonna play Dr. Virani. So it's a yellow card. So this says Yellow Doctor. So if deployed on Mars, okay, which is helium, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck and place them under this card in any order. So what I'm doing is I'm helping to get cards out from the deck onto the board, so that
people did it.
so they can potentially get put into the game. I'm just bringing out more options, basically. So reveal top 2 cards of the deck and place them under this one in any order. So I'm revealing an obsidian card, an obsidian assassin. Oops, sorry.
Sephi.
And
Oh, that's a see-through. She's
Blue
supposed to have like a
violet.
brain, but you can't.
yeah,
see
you
it.
can't really see it, but it's a pretty funky card, I would say.
Wait. I actually want to, because
Ghost.
it's actually like kind of cool.
Are you adjusting things?
No, I'm just gonna turn off that. Like, it's actually really cool, but it's like the same purple.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the way that it worked
Yeah.
out. It's cool.
That's so weird.
So it says advance
I'm a
twice on
ghost,
the
ghost.
fleet track.
What is it?
Advance twice on the fleet track, then all other players advance once on the fleet track. So
So
I'm
it
gonna
gives
put
you a bump up.
so I'm gonna put that one closer to the bottom so that it's gonna be potentially available sooner. And I am deploying it on Mars so that I was able to do that ability. There's lots of cards on Mars now. So that was my deployability. I now am going to draw a card from a different stack and be able to use the ability of that area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take the CEO, which allows me to take the Sovereign token. And based on my Mars ability, when I gain the Sovereign token, I also gain a Helium. And this just goes into my hand.
Okay, well, that ruined my plan.
Sorry.
Yeah, so this is where it gets a little bit funny, because this is yellow, not gold, but they look very similar.
Yeah, they
and
are
I have
very
a card
similar.
like that specifically says if the card is gold,
And
so you have to make sure.
in the collector's edition, the gold has
Oh.
some like gold foil on it. Like it's
Probably hard to tell.
it's shiny.
Oh yeah, you can kind of see it.
But in the regular one, I don't think it does. So I can imagine it would be even a little bit trickier to tell them apart. So just as a heads up. Other than that, there's honestly not really a difference between them, between
No,
the
yeah.
collectors and the original.
It's the same game.
You're playing this one?
Yeah.
You're playing Lysander.
The one, the only, the Legenda.
So Lysander's a gold. Gain the top card of the deck. Banish Lysander unless you deployed him on Luna. So where are you deploying him?
On Luna.
Okay, so he's going to Luna.
So gaining means I get to put it in my hand.
Oops.
And now I get to pick a card up from a different location.
And remember, we start with 5, and you can have up to 7 without being penalized. At the end of the game, you can have multiple throughout the game. But you only get penalized after 7 at the end of the game.
I'm gonna pick up Mateo, the pink from the Institute.
Sorry. Wow. You didn't even see that. All of his cards are everywhere now. It's fine.
I
so
barely breathed on my cards. So because I picked a card from the Institute,
you're
I
being
get some.
influential.
I'm influencing the Institute.
Influencing?
Yep. It's like fencing,
It's like influencing, but like
but with
more
fencing,
emphatic.
it's like with a sword. You influence with a sword, influencing.
Okay. I'm going to play Janitor, which is the brown card. And if deployed directly on top of a green, yellow, or blue, and there's multiple options, I have green or yellow to choose from, move that card to the top of another location and advance once on the fleet track. So I'm actually going to deploy it on Jupiter, on a green. No, I lied. I'm going to do it on Mars. So I'm going to do it on Mars,
Really?
on a yellow. And I get to move that card to the top of a different stack. Let's put it over here. Put it on the Institute. And I get to advance one on the fleet track. So I am red. And I'm going to take the hacker from the Jupiter, which means I get to go up on the fleet track again for the ability.
Wow.
I'm leaving you in the dust.
It's fine.
just kind of trying to spread what I'm doing. Hey, Private!
Hello, Private. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm gonna play this card.
You're playing Mateo, which is the one you just picked up.
Yep.
So Mateo says, move any other card from this location to the top of another location. If it's a pink, place one influence token on the Institute.
This style is very similar to Android Netrunner. So I'm gonna play it on Jupiter.
Okay.
So now I get to move one card from that location to another location. There's only one other card, so I'm gonna take.
And it's a pink card.
It's a pink card.
Which means you get to place an influence on the Institute.
So I will place it on the Institute, and yet because it's a gold card, I gain influence, and then I'm going to pick up Lysander from Luna, which means I gain the wonderful trophy.
Sovereign token. So what's your sovereign? Oh, you get to place an influence on the Institute.
So whenever I gain the sovereign token, I place on the.
You're really being influential over there.
I'm very influential.
Yeah.
Yeah,
very nice.
very influential.
Really
People
nice.
just clearly love listening to me.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
I think there's still a big Android Netrunner scene. Hello.
You're gracing us with your presence. So I'm gonna play the hacker.
Oh, you're actually playing him?
My deploy ability is reveal the top card of the deck, either banish it or place it to the top of another location, so I can choose.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so banish is a similar word to other game. It means remove from the game.
Yep. And I'm going to place it here on Jupiter. So I'm going to reveal the top card of the deck, and reveal I actually have to show it, because it is revealing.
Well, clearly you, Kestrel, since you listened to me talk to come and say something. Just saying. Just saying. What was that? To put on Mars, banish one non-gold from Mars.
So I either have to banish it or banish it or where am I? Yeah, I either banish it or place it to the top of another location.
Defu Kestrel 1-0.
I'm gonna place it here.
Oh, all right. Filling up some Luna.
And for my turn,
I should.
I'm gonna take this card, the Janitor, back, and because I went to Mars, I'm gonna take a helium. Nice.
Oh
nice.
no.
So you're playing Lysander again.
Yep.
After hours.
So gain the top card of the deck, banish Lysander unless you put it on Luna.
So
right?
I am going to place it on Luna.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the top card of the deck, put it into my hand,
Okay.
and then this is I think I will pick up a Virga. So now this is really nice and fun. I have 7 cards in my hand.
What do these after hours entail? Is
Um,
Twin here?
Yeah. It's sleeping. So after hours when you go to bed,
Oh, I know.
and then you sleep. Yeah.
What?
He's so confused.
Did you turn?
He's so
Yeah, that's what I
confused.
thought. After hours is when it gets weird.
Yeah.
Joke. Because I'm trying to get you to change the subject
Of what?
of after hours.
Oh. Twin,
You
I-
should see his face.
Twin, I just
You-
finished watching Loki.
You should see.
Oh, is that what that
Finished?
loud noise
I was
was?
watching Loki.
That was
That's why
very
you were
loud.
laughing so hard?
Yeah.
He was laughing so hard.
I could hear it up here.
Is it
That's from my
funny?
phone.
Very loud.
That was
Yeah.
my phone.
Your earphones is like shit.
Twin, is
You
it
sound like
funny?
shit.
I want to know if it's actually funny or. If
I
it's-
loved it. I loved it.
But is it funny?
Well,
I didn't expect it to be funny.
Loki himself is a funny character. Like,
Bapter!
I don't even disagree with you, Bapter. I actually don't even disagree with you. But it has the nostalgia aspect, which the other N64s don't have.
Did you finish your turn?
Yeah? Like a long
Well, I
ass turn.
asked you and you just kept talking, so. It was
Oh,
just
I didn't
difficult
finish
to
my
get
turn.
in.
I have to draw a card. Lol. No, I drew Mars.
I'll message you, Twin.
Oh, I haven't played
That's
Double
funny, I was
Dash.
Like,
Casual knows what's up.
Okay, so. Private.
So it is actually funny? Oh, okay. It.
Oh,
actually looks
hi,
like-
Bapter. Have a good night.
Oh, thank you so much for saying hi. Have a good night. Have a wonderful Friday. Yeah, I like Loki the character. So like the idea of the character. So
Okay.
I think I'll try watching it.
I'm gonna play Ugly Dan.
He's very ugly.
Ugly Dan has an ability. It says, move a red or brown from any location to under this card. You may gain that card. If you do, end your turn. Because then I'm already getting a card.
Yeah, that's one of those like slightly different abilities.
Yeah.
Normally you get to pick a card from a different location, but
Yeah.
this one you don't, and you don't get the bonus from one of
Yeah.
the factions.
So I'm going to put my card here, and I'm
Okay.
going to take this brown card bond. Oh, that's copper. That's not brown.
Loki is fun. Okay. Let's see his based around bad stuff he does.
So I realized that I can't read colors.
Okay, I might watch it. I don't
So
think
I'm
you're probably not gonna watch
Not
Loki.
gonna play that card. I don't know. I don't know what it's about.
Okay, she's not gonna watch it. I'll watch it on my own.
I've realized an error in my ways.
There's been a lot of twists. Huh. Okay.
Okay,
I'll
instead
try
I'm gonna
watching
play
it.
the janitor. So I have to deploy it on top of a green, yellow, or blue if I want to do ability. I'm gonna do here. Move that card to the top of another location.
Is it the card right above it? Or any card?
The green, blue, or yellow that I put
Green,
on top.
blue, or yellow. Okay. Brown and copper and
I
silver
get to
and
advance
white
on
are
the
kinda
fleet.
Close, depending on if the cards are out. Yeah, that it's true. There's like a lot of them that are very, very similar.
I'm gonna take Lysander.
The worst is gold and yellow.
Thank you.
Gold and yellow are like the same color.
Yeah, well, I just messed up brown and copper, so.
Yeah, they're very, very close. Alrighty then.
I took Lysander, by the way.
That's fine.
Okay. You just kept playing it, so.
Yeah, because it's good.
Okay.
And you know, I will. Play Vergaius. Oh, we've already seen it, but
So this is the one that's, yellow and gold, yellow, my way I was thinking instead of silver and white.
silver and white are also close. Like,
They're not as close, though, but yeah.
but it's the kind of, depending on your lighting,
Yeah.
it can very much look the same.
So advance twice on the fleet track, then all other players advance once on the fleet track.
So I'm gonna play it on Jupiter.
Okay.
Your green screen. Yeah, it hates purple-headed cards.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go up twice, and you can go up once.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for the follow, Board
Thank
Game
you for the
Gumbo.
follow.
And wonderful name. Absolutely wonderful name. It's like a nice double meaning. You have like a nice gumbo of board games, or board games and gumbo.
I mean, both are pretty good options.
Win-win. Is it a blue screen? It's a purple screen.
It's a purple screen, yeah. Because
Here, wait,
we just use the table.
Yeah, I'll show you. I had just done.
I haven't had gumbo in so long, says Weirdin. I don't think I've ever had gumbo, actually. That's our green screen color. It's the matte.
That's the thing is, it's just the camera on top of the table, so it's this color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
freaks out on blues and purples.
It's funny because like whatever color you set it as, it's going to make that color disappear. So we had green, and it just makes green
There's
disappear.
just so many
And
cards
then we
that are
always
green.
have to have like a paper here, so we just gave up a used table.
But there's so many cards that are green. Green is such a used color. I haven't had gumbo since last week.
Amazing.
Very nice.
My brother's wife is Cajun. Her parents used to cook the best food. Oh man.
Wow. Brick Manager had like a moment there.
Oh.
Did you see how slow that was?
Yeah. That's
Poor Brick Manager. Okay, so I have to pick up a card.
But welcome.
Yeah, definitely welcome. So I will pick up the Hacker from the Institute.
Okay.
Because I picked up one from the Institute, I get
you're
more
really
influence.
You're really going on that institute.
I'm very influential. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Clearly, people love me.
Something like that.
Sheesh.
Okay. You can make a chicken and sausage étouffée. How fancy.
It's funny because that's a French word. I have no clue what that is.
I feel like it's. I don't know why I'm thinking in my head it's like a souffle, but I don't actually know what you do. We should.
I'm thinking it's more like a
Can you
puff,
find me a picture?
like a puff pastry.
It's a Cajun
It's a
dish.
Cajun. Oh, that has nothing to do with it. Oh, I understand.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Oh.
if you don't know what that word means,
Smothered sausage with sauce.
yeah,
Toupee.
I think that's where they're going with. They're going with smothered,
Yeah.
but étouffé means choked.
Huh.
You know,
It looks good though.
it almost
Make me
looks.
some.
It looks like a less soupy gumbo.
Yeah, so it's basically like a stew over rice. That sounds really good.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a stew.
Okay, we should try that. I'm gonna play Ugly Dan now.
I love stews. I actually love stews.
Work, but it's worth it. Good to know.
Private actually did a mango spiced gumbo. Oh, that sounds good actually.
So I'm gonna put Ugly Dan down and move a red or brown from any location.
Thick
There
gravy
is
with
now a
red.
brown because I didn't mess it up this time. And I'm actually not going to gain the janitor back. Instead, I'm going to take Bondius from
So a
Luna,
tomato
which I just get
base.
a helium.
It makes sense though, because like if you think of like a thick stew, and then you put it over rice, it's kind of like rice and gravy. Like that's actually kind of what it is. That's crazy. It's the think rice and gravy. That's such a good way of
Yeah.
explaining it, because that's kind of what it is. It's funny because we made a chicken not too long ago with like a
I
nice
love
thick.
rice. Rice is
Yeah, like we made a chicken with a nice thick sauce and had it with rice, and it's so good because it just soaks up that gravy.
fair. You want to add some interest to the rice. That makes sense. Good way to
I
describe
love
it.
rice.
That's interesting.
Rice is
We
actually
should-
like
We should
delicious.
apparently take a look at
Take a look at all the food. By the way, you're in the perfect channel for discussing food.
that.
Because
True.
we always sidetrack to food. Always. No, that's not what I want. The flavor is so much more complex. Yeah, it's a good way to describe it, but it doesn't give it
Yeah,
justice.
it doesn't give it justice, which makes
Yeah.
sense. So
Definitely
follow a
can
recipe that
understand.
doesn't have you start with the roux and cook the chicken bone in. Good to know. That makes sense. You're
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
you're making almost like a chicken noodle soup, but gotta have that Holy Trinity. Yeah,
Holy chicken.
yeah, like carrots, celery, like that Holy Trinity. I'm assuming. Whatever the mirepoix is.
What? Ugh.
Made mine with rice, mango, habanero pepper, cayenne
Oh,
pepper,
man.
shrimp, a lot of salt, chopped onions, carrots, and a whole dice and
Suede?
sweet.
You cut up your pants? Or your couch? to do with shellfish.
Oh, I don't
Hey, your husband's allergic to shellfish. That's funny.
like fish.
My
It's a
good
root vegetable.
my good buddy's allergic to shellfish too.
I don't like
Swede.
I'll be honest, the spelling
Did
still didn't help.
Didn't help. So I'm playing the hacker on Luna.
Okay.
Just so the hacker is revealing the top
Okay, I know what a
card.
rutabaga is.
Oh, I love rutabaga. So it's reveal the top card and put it either at the top of a different location. It's nothing special.
My brother's wife saw that. She'd throw a fit, but it sounds really good.
So I'm gonna put it on top of Jupiter. There's nothing special about the card, so I'm not bothering showing it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pick up Calliope from the Institute.
Okay.
And because I picked up a card from the Institute, I'm gaining more influence.
Okay, so we're just gonna be clear. I'm not winning the influence
No.
or the institute, but I have to get something there because I'm gonna be losing it pretty hard. So that's super unfortunate. I'm gonna play Bondius. So this is the one that I picked up that I wanted. So it says, if deployed on Mars, banish one non-gold card. So I basically just get to pick one of these cards that I want to get rid of.
Interesting.
I ended up spending $250 yesterday on Steam.
On what?
Well, there's a lot of games I've always wanted. Like I bought Civ 6.
Oh,
I
why
bought
did you say that?
What?
It was $12.
What do you mean?
In June, it was $12.
Oh.
I just didn't say anything to you because I didn't think you played
Well, it was
games.
it was
I think the collection was like
$50 for the
yeah,
entire
but that comes with everything.
Yeah.
The other one just came with like the base and like one of the expansions.
And I bought all of the Zoo Planet, like Planet Zoo.
Yeah,
but, like
it's like-
all the expansions with it too, and stuff like that.
We're turning Fatty into a gamer.
Okay, I'm going to banish that card.
That means we're gonna have to play a game of Civ. Let's see how long you can sit down for.
I've never played Civ 6.
There's a couple major differences, but it's still the same game.
So I'm gonna pick up Dr. Virani. Yeah.
Oh,
true,
twin.
That's true.
Yes, he does.
So that I can put some influence on the Institute.
He needs one so bad.
I bought Wingspan, the game, and the tabletop version.
Why?
Just in case. You never know when we're gonna play it. Like, who will play what with me?
Actually, you know
Both
what?
versions.
Now, when we're playing, you can actually play here.
Mhm.
Because
Oh, we still have a roller coaster tycoon thing and stuff too.
That's true.
Basic dish, smothering me with gravy. Next up, fricassee, thickening it with the root.
With the root?
roux. Next up, gumbo, basically a hearty soup with a root base.
Ça,
C'est bon.
c'est bon.
Lamb caul, it's traditional Welsh stew. It's a
Haven't had a good.
big, filling winter warmer. Not a good stew in a long while, but we want to read
You can do meatless stews though. A lot of good hearty vegetables.
For me, like lamb
cow. It's
cowl.
cowl.
I understand.
Yeah.
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
I like having stew in winter because to me stew is a winter food. Like it's when like
It's
it's really
it's
cold.
hearty and
You want to
warm.
cook it for low and slow and like.
But now I have to ask, Gumbo, are you French? Because
or maybe from the area of Cajun things.
yeah, because isn't like
Louisiana?
yeah, isn't a lot of you are yes. Wow.
I was
you
looking. I
let
was
her
reading.
down.
I was reading.
She was going for a high five and
Good job.
dropped
I was
them.
reading.
Well, we are Canadian, and I am a born French. I was gonna say like native French, but that's like how do you say that?
You're
Franco-Ontarian. Yeah,
You're
but that
Franco-Ontarian.
doesn't mean anything.
French.
I was born French, so yeah. Welcome.
You're
Family
just
from-
by saying Rue, the first question is what's that?
Hey, they're from Quebec. My family's from Quebec,
Hey,
but
they're still there.
yeah, they're still there.
Unless someone's French or Canadian.
Someone's French.
Private. Oh, that poor Mike.
Okay,
What's your plan?
Stan.
I didn't say.
So what I'm gonna
He
do?
is. He is French Canadian.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Like,
I want, like, what's the question mark for? Is the question mark because you didn't know that? Or because you're wondering if that's what you say? Because, like... So-
Yes, Kestrel to the savior of the mic.
Yeah.
Well, your
Kestrel.
French Canadian is very different than like Quebec French Canadian. Like very different.
No.
I find the culture is very different. Like a Quebecer,
I speak
And,
like a Quebecer.
you do, but not all, most Franco-Ontarians
No.
aren't like
Yeah,
that.
if a Franco-Ontarian is much different than a Quebec.
Quebecer, yeah.
She was trying to figure out what you were trying to call yourself.
That's
yeah,
that's what I thought.
Makes sense.
But yeah, usually in Canada you also say what region you're from, so it would be Franco-Ontarian, but same thing.
For the chat, love Red Rising. Yes, it's fantastic.
We are doing, like, that's what we're talking a little bit more of what we're playing, because some people in the chat haven't played it yet.
Yeah, and
We're
it's true. French Canadian is good to tell you guys because it makes more sense as opposed to regional.
Or are people in Toronto called Torontonians?
Yep.
No, not
No,
Torontarians.
it's
no,
Oh,
Torontonians.
Torontonians. Sorry, you were
Yeah.
really close. I just read it because it was so close.
Or those people.
Our accent is usually much more present than French Canadians.
Yeah.
I'm French Ontarians.
Yeah, exactly. Torontonians.
Yeah. Yep.
You just realized what you're playing. Okay. So I'm playing Calliope.
Okay.
Reveal the top card of the...
Calliope.
Calliope?
Calliope.
Yeah.
Calliope.
Calliope?
Neither of them sound right, so go for it.
Yeah. Tarantanian.
Trantanians.
Yeah, Tirana.
Nailed it.
You're from Tirana. Guess what people are calling Canada? I've never heard that name before.
Calipo, like the organ? Maybe.
No,
So
it's Calliope. It's a Greek god.
Huh.
Oh.
These are all Greek gods. Like all these names you've been saying, they're all like Greek gods.
I think
They're-
it's...
They're from a book.
Well,
So it's from a book series. But it
Well, but the
Could
thing is,
be.
I think it's different houses. Like there's Virgo.
Mhm.
Like there's a lot of them that are they're based on something. Calliope.
Edmontonians. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
is
Edmontonians.
Edmontonians.
But Weirdman says I was taught it was Calliope.
Yeah, it's like when the name Hermione came out, everyone's like Hermione, but
Hermione.
it's Hermione. Like it's
Yeah.
Calliope.
Yeah.
No, it's not Ottawanians. We have the ugliest name. We're Ottawans.
Yeah.
Ottawans. We're like
Ottawans.
Padawans, but
Ottawans.
Ottawans.
Cool like that.
Yeah,
Quebecers.
Calliope. Oh no, that's
Calliope.
Calliope. That's like Calliope.
Yeah, Calliope.
Now I'm always gonna forget that. I'm bad at remembering names.
We know.
Ottawanians.
Ottawanians, because you whine. When?
Aw, sisterly love.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm
so
doing
reveal the top card, then
Calliope.
can then deploy it face up on another location.
So I'm gonna deploy it onto Luna,
Okay.
and then I'm going to draw. I don't want any of these. I'm gonna draw Bondulus. Oh, thank you so much, Gumbo. Glad to have you.
Oh, come back anytime. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, but this week has been every day, but it's fine.
Yeah, this week has been a week. Yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays
Thanks for
around
coming and
8:30
checking in.
p.m. Eastern.
Have a good night, though. I was getting off my work. Oh no.
Unfortunate.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't
No.
know. Did you get it?
Now I'm
See,
done.
I keep saying, "Are you done?" He's like, "Yes," and then he's like, then he realizes he's actually not.
Cause you distract me.
Shut down computer. Tell him we're having an IT issue.
Just unplug it. Unplug the computer, then they'll have to send out tech support.
Okay. I'm gonna play Dr. Virani. So it's if deployed on Mars, reveal the top 2 cards of the deck and place them under this card in any order. And I am going to do that. So I'm revealing 2 cards. I have...
Oh wow, Dina.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Could be both.
yeah. Is that one?
But
Mustang.
but also like she could like the contrast between those 2 cards. Like rough. Yeah. Deanna or Dina is rough. There's got to be a good IT employee excuse. IT is a rough one because you're in the middle. If you're into software development, you just say you're compiling, and that takes forever. But IT, what's a good IT excuse?
There you go.
There has to be a good IT excuse.
Maybe I'll read those.
No electricity.
Red Rising.
It sounds like a
really
great
cool.
series.
No, it sounds like a
I
good
would like
book.
to eventually.
It actually
when
sounds like a good book.
You know, it's your turn.
I know. I'm gonna play Fitchner. Do I show Fitchner off?
Sure.
So Fitchner has the wonderful ability of, if deployed on the Institute, place an influence there. So yeah, he's going on the Institute. We're placing an influence.
Upsetting.
Must be.
Oh, Cash is a good series.
Yeah,
Again,
I'll finish
it's a
the
series.
series I'm on right now.
Very true.
I will take Mrs. Vierney.
Okay. And you're gonna take your helium.
Yes, I will.
Great.
Gotta finish those Shadow and Bone series first. Then I'll try that.
Is that your stomach?
Yeah, it's my turn.
It's very loud. You should probably eat something.
I need to get better with my cards.
So this is starting to get to the
Interesting.
point where we're kind of looking at what the cards do.
Yeah, because at this point,
It's like, I have 8, so I've already gone into one of the final.
yeah. That's very loud.
Very
I'm
loud.
at 6, at 4 here.
So you're
Our
close.
helium's getting up. You want to start kind of thinking about
Just have
what
it
your
in the
cards do.
have it in the back of your head.
Not necessarily
start
needing
looking.
to have a plan right now, but just kind of seeing what they offer. Okay. I'm gonna play Evie.
What does she do?
You don't want to know.
Can you not?
Banish Evie and all cards at this location. For each gold banished, place 1 influence token on the Institute to a maximum of 3.
Okay, well, there's only 1 on each.
Yes. But I am going to put it here.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to get that Institute engine, because, like, you have
My
enough.
Institute engine.
So there is 1 gold, so I'm going to be placing 1 on the Institute and banishing this entire group of cards.
Oh, it banishes all of them?
Yes.
I thought it only banished gold.
All cards at this location. They're gone.
Whoa!
No more Institute
Oh,
cards.
okay, but up to 3. I understand. Okay.
I only get maximum 3 Institute. 3 influence. So if there was more gold cards, I could have gotten more
But
points.
you could have put it on Mars and just wiped
Yep.
out all of Mars.
I could have.
Whoa!
But I didn't like that card. So I wanted to get rid of it.
Okay, that just happened.
And I'm gonna take...
Yeah, that's the thing. Banishing
Damn it.
cards are a lot in this game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take this card, which gives me a helium.
Huh.
So at this point, I'm tied with the lowest player. I could get 1 more just to, like, really solidify my 2nd place. But in the end, at least I'm not losing the Institute. I'm not going to win the Institute. He has too many at
Yeah,
this point.
that's true.
So for me, it's a lost cause. I could get... more would just give me, like, those extra 2 points. but it's not necessarily the best thing for me. Gastro.
This scared fun. I can barely even game because I'm.
A lot, but now
But
that I'm
chat is
doing, it's more movie series,
fun.
video games. I wish I could have brain just to read more. I should read more. I find I usually try to read a lot in the summer, but right now with my class, it's not happening right now. So August I'll read. I have lots of books.
Okay, so I'm gonna play the assassin.
Okay. Let's see. So banish.
Raid!
Finish the card directly under this one. If it's gold, place one influence on the institute. So I'm assuming
Hello,
you're
raiders.
placing it somewhere.
Yeah. Hello, raiders. Wait a minute.
Welcome,
Woo!
raiders! Woo!
Raid party! Hello, Millionaires, nerding
for
and
the
your
raid.
wonderful friends. How is everybody doing
How are you?
today?
You know, we're playing one deck dungeon because it's easy to do both, but I'm supposed to be playing Pillars of Eternity 2.
Oh, Pillars of Eternity is a really sweet game.
Raid!
Hello, everybody, and welcome. How was your stream? How was the game that you played, and what was the game that you played?
It's going well. We're a little over halfway, maybe about 2/3 of the way.
Yeah,
we're
we're probably
approaching
like
that point.
2/3. It's getting kind of close.
Yeah. It's going well, though.
It's going very well. And what we're doing is we're trying to teach it. So if you have never played Red Rising or you have some specific questions, make sure you ask them in the chat because we love to answer them.
Streamer's good. Decided to do some painting instead of gaming. That sounds
Ooh.
amazing. Hopefully your painting was going well. Lots of people in here have been starting some painting. So.
Yeah, that's true. It's been a little bit uptick. Wait, there's a book for pillars? I like my party lights. Oh, look! First
That was so
try.
good. Good job.
Let's get back into it because I just played the assassin.
Yes, I do want to see those, Castrol. I would love to see your little minis. I'm sure they're amazing.
So I'm playing the assassin on.
Oh, so you're not going to banish one? Okay.
Oh, that's not what I read. Okay, yes, I want to banish this guy because he's really bad. I thought it was move him and then ban him.
Oh.
Yeah, so I want to ban this Pax guy because he's really bad.
He's not even that good. Will you?
No, he's really bad. Did you read his card?
No.
It's like the worst. When an opponent tries to steal or banish your cards, reveal this to block them.
Oh.
It's like really bad.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
But because I banish him, I gain an influence.
Yes, Pillars of the Earth. That makes more sense.
Yeah, Pillars of the
Reading is important. I agree, and he just showed the reason why.
Gotta read and run.
No worries.
Thank you
have
so
a wonderful
much.
night. Thank you for the raid.
And have a wonderful night and a wonderful Friday.
Yeah. It's 3 in the morning. Oh my goodness, Rabbit. Oh my goodness.
It's almost 4. So I have to pick up.
Yep.
Jedi.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna pick up Mustang just because.
Mustang Sally.
I was like, I don't know any other. I don't know how that keeps going.
Mustang Sally now, baby.
So I do have 4 red tokens. What are the red tokens called?
Helium.
Helium. Why is the red helium?
Eden.
I now speak for Kestrel. I think Fatty would love to paint minis.
So I'm playing Lysander on
I think he would
Luna.
love to do
I would
that.
enjoy that.
And I think she would too.
I'm playing Lysander on Luna so I can gain the top card of the deck. Okay. And I'm gonna scout. Or I'm not gonna scout. I'm gonna gain the top card and roll the die. I don't want
Oh,
these cards.
sure.
So I'm gonna take this. Ooh. Oh, what a cool looking card. I shouldn't be showing you my card, but look at this cool card. He looks like a cool dude.
Fall off for the info.
Interesting.
Typing on the phone. Fall off for the info. I do that all the time. All the time.
And I get to roll the die. So because I grabbed one from the top, I roll the die, and I have an X, and the X means banish the top card of a location. Cool. I'm gonna banish the bridge. This person.
Oh,
here.
finally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shit it.
Weirdness.
Shit it. You gotta say it. When you say
shut
it.
up.
Shit it. I have to say that one.
I love it. It's your
So good.
Oh wait, what did I do?
You banished a card.
I rolled a die. That's what I
Oh,
did.
you rolled
Okay,
a die.
sorry, I couldn't figure out what I was. But,
What's with Brick Manager? Oh, because it's not the start of a sentence. That's too bad.
That's funny.
Yeah. I wish I could make it like, doesn't matter where you say it in your sentence.
Then it would just. Pick
If
it
you
up.
do exclamation mark with a word, it'll
Mhm.
pick it up. But I don't think there's
Okay.
a way with my current bot.
Sounds
Oh.
like a problem with your bot.
You're a bot.
So rude.
You married her.
So rude. It's your turn, by the way.
No. I don't want you to intend to do it. I want it to be done. Because that's funnier, because when you don't intend to do it. Okay. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So I'm going to play Mustang. So Mustang is gain 1 banished card. And if it's not a gold, banish Mustang.
Okay. And they can do the
Um,
computer thing.
Make it do the computer. I think I could.
Excuse me, are you?
I'm taking the guy that's really bad because he's gold.
Okay.
Yeah. But that doesn't matter because that's not what I want to do. I want to pick up Burga.
Okay.
Picking up a blue from Jupiter, which means I go up on the spaceship flying track.
Fleet.
Spaceship flying track. Spaceship.
Wow.
I had like 3 sips of coffee for supper.
Wow.
I think it's kicking in right now.
Okay.
It literally says fleet track on the board. You can't rename it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says it sideways.
Okay. I'm going to play Rogue.
Spaceship. What does Rogue do?
I'm gonna play Rogue. I'm gonna go Rogue.
You're going Rogue?
Look at an opponent's hand. Name a card. Then randomly select a card from their hand. If you select the name card, banish it and banish Rogue.
So I'm gonna reveal packs. When an opponent tries to steal or banish your cards, reveal this to block them.
Okay, that's fine.
Like I literally read
I
it,
know,
like,
but I was playing this one anyway.
3 seconds. Oh hey, no clue what's happening.
Hey! He literally just like threw his cards everywhere.
I touched the cards. Do you see? This is my cards. My cards are completely on the table now, revealed for everybody to see.
Surprise.
This thing is awful. We should have asked Jamie to let us playtest this, because I can't hold cards to save my life.
I went on Luna, I have the Sovereign, I gain a helium. Your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
I'm gonna play Virga on Jupiter. Virga lets me go up twice on the fleet track, and every other player goes up once.
So we're both on 5.
Maybe you should play packs better so you don't reveal all your stuff. That's funny. The card reveal sparked a metagame minute of the really?
That's amazing.
I didn't see, oh, I should go watch that. And I'm gonna pick up Mustang from the Institute.
Okay.
To put another influence.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually want to go see that. It's the thing is, it's fine, but the base is too small that
Yeah,
it's so
they
top
just tip.
heavy
They just tip.
that the whole thing just tips over.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
play
see that.
Ragnar.
Oh no, big boy! Alright, what does he do?
It's also not wide enough for the farm cards. I agree.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
Ragnar, banish the top card of another location. If it's gold or gray, place an influence on the Institute.
So Albatross, I currently oh wait, I can't even pick it up.
I'm banishing Ugly Dan.
I currently have 8 cards.
I'm placing one on the Institute.
You can't fit 5. I have 8. Wait, I placed one on the Institute?
I played Ragnar.
Oh.
I got rid of.
Thanks, Twin. Oh,
What?
I'm gonna lose it.
Tell your mom.
Can you send it to us in a message?
I got it. I opened it.
Okay, do you see what I did?
What'd
I
you do?
played Ragnar.
Okay.
I got rid of
Banished
Ugly
it.
Dan, who's gray.
Okay.
I placed an influence on the Institute. I'm now taking Virga. I'm
He's
going
in
up.
gray.
Yep.
Yeah, colors.
I'm going up.
No.
there.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's
Okay.
aware. He's well aware.
Huh?
Yeah, he's aware.
Yeah, it's only 1 minus 10. But can we just look?
It's true, Kestrel. The expectation level is so high for Stonemaier that when a component just doesn't work, it's very drying. I agree.
But the thing though is, I'd be okay if it was like okay, but I've already dropped it 3 times this game.
I've been very careful, and this is the first game I haven't dropped one. Now that I say that, I'm probably just gonna knock it over every time. But
But I do agree it was a bonus only in the collector's edition.
yes,
So it's not like it's a real component made for like normal. So it's like it's
but
fine.
there's a lot of collector editions out there. It's not like there's only
Yeah,
5
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
So it's like
And you can buy better ones for $5.
probably more than that, but yeah. It's
Well,
your
you
turn.
can buy something like Etsy.
It's your turn.
So the problem is I'm very clumsy, and
Yeah.
if you touch it, it just goes, and I'm very bad for that. Very bad. It's like the red gem containers are overbuilt to heck, but the card holders are so meh. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just on my previous post. Good lord, get tight.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
I got the point.
You just read it quick, and yeah, you understand what you say. What you mean?
Can I just? I think you're gonna win.
Why?
Cause like my cards are rough. No, like they're rough.
Okay, I'm gonna play Bondalists. He's a copper. I'm playing him on Mars because if deployed on Mars, I can banish a non-gold from this location.
Okay.
I'll just banish the janitor because he's on top.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pick up Rogue
Okay.
to move up on the fleet track.
Okay. I don't like that. So if he moves up on the fleet track one more time, the game's over. Okay.
Every time you type it badly, just pretend it's some French slang. It's oh my god, it's so true though. It's actually so true. A lot of French slang actually does just look like typos. When you said he's a copper, I thought you meant policeman. He's looking for the hacker. So bad.
Oh, I understand.
What? Ooh.
Okay.
See, I'm trying to read my cards and just trying to read them. I'm knocking the whole thing over.
Okay, I'm gonna play Calliope. Calliope. I don't know.
Calliope. Yep.
Reveal the top card of the deck and then deploy it on another location. Joffo. Joffo kind of sucks.
Joffo?
So I'm going to place Joffo on Jupiter.
It is Joffo.
That's
amazing.
You want Joffo?
No.
Oh, that's why I put it
No,
on Jupiter.
I want the name Joffo.
Oh.
It's amazing.
Um,
I mean, he's not worth negative points, so it's not like he's the worst. Hey, you're close to finishing the game too there. What are you going on about?
I'm going to take Bondius and get a helium. So I have 7 helium.
Oh, really? So we're currently both one fleet track away from ending the game.
Yeah.
And we both get even turns.
I've been calling him Jofo.
Jofo?
I mean, it could be. At this point, I don't even know either. I'm just
that's so
reading it as I
mean.
think, but I don't know.
That's actually so mean. So I just realized I have the card Rogue, which is the one you name a card and look and take one from their hand.
Right.
So theoretically, I should know the one that you just picked up.
No, you get to see my cards. You did not read it.
Oh, that's boring. That's not as fun.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not as fun.
No. You get to see all my cards, you choose a name, I shuffle, you choose one.
Yeah.
If you pick that card, then stuff happens. If
Yeah.
not, then nothing happens. It's kind of a weird card. Rating is fundamental.
Eh.
You have to have like the emoji too. Weirdness. Hi,
I'm
Jenny.
meant to read it. Hey, Jenny. All right, I am gonna play the rogue, but I don't actually care to do the ability.
What is it?
Like, unless you want like a.
No.
Okay, I actually don't care about the
You don't have to do it. You can choose.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother doing it. But I will pick up Jofo. And I will go up on the fleet track. And I will end the game.
So, because you're a
And-
second player,
We get equal number of turns, meaning you don't get another turn.
yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I kind of thought you might do that.
I didn't want.
So-
I mean, I don't think that one would have been better, anyways. If with a pink or Quicksilver. No, I don't think I thought that. See, now
Yeah, he is very rude.
she was gonna finish on her turn, please.
I mean,
Please.
I was gonna. I hadn't
Which
really
I guess-
decided if I wanted to or not.
I mean, I guess I would have gone another turn, but still.
Yeah, so rude.
So I actually has some end of game ones.
Okay.
Go through them.
I'm just trying to.
It's because I have an end of game one that actually matters. It
I
happens-
actually don't.
It
So.
happens before.
Okay, so he has an ability on one of his cards as end of game. There's this fancy thing here. So it says, you may gain any number of these banished cards. Victra, Severo, Fitchner, and any reds.
So it's very easy to tell when something happens at a certain point by that icon, like the old school play pause icon. And what that means is end of the game. So whenever you get to the end of the game, you have to make sure that all of those cards, you have them like separated so you perform those.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm going through the discard and I can actually look for any gold, no, any red.
Red or Victra, Severo, Fitchner.
So Fitchner's here. And I'm assuming the other ones are gold too, yeah. So there was no reds, so I got an extra gold.
Well, are you going to gain it?
Yes.
Okay. It says you may gain. You don't have to. That's
yeah,
why.
but so
Yeah.
there's yes.
And I agree, Casual. It's not secret when the game is about to end, which is nice. You
which is
you can see
super nice.
that it's going to happen. You know that it's coming, so it's nice. So I only have 6 cards, which is great.
I have,
I'll be honest. I don't think my score is going to be very high. My cards aren't working that great together.
I have 9 cards.
Yeah,
What's the order?
I'm going through it now.
Well, no, can we do it backwards? Because then
So-
we can move this.
Well, no. So, it's nice, the scorecard. You walk through all of it. The very first thing, cards with this symbol happens. He just did that. Now we go through our number of cards. So it's victory points plus abilities.
So, because like what we can do, so we can just do this.
Yeah, just move that for now, and then we'll go through the cards.
Yep. So do you know kind of the idea between yours? Or you no, you don't know anything. Okay. You had no plan?
They're bad.
Okay, well I got combos.
Okay, well let me do mine first.
Sure. It's gonna be bad. I can zoom in.
Sure, I'm sure I'm just getting a calculator because.
Oh yeah. Calculators are recommended because points go up fast.
So.
Do you want me to zoom in?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. Oh, that's very close, but that's fine. Okay, so I have 12 points for my CEO. And I get, if I have at least 5 helium, I get an additional 18 points. So, there's that.
Well, and you do have enough helium. So
Yeah.
They're just off the screen, but she does have enough helium.
I just knocked on my card. I have Deanna. She's worth 9 points. If I had another red, she would be worth an additional 26. I couldn't get one.
There was no reds.
No,
I
I
had a
couldn't get
couple
one.
cards for reds. No reds.
I was going to discard her to get another helium and finish the game, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But it's fine. I got the 9 points. Who cares? I have Severo, which is funny because that was one of the ones you could have taken. I didn't realize
no
I
way!
had
Are you
it.
kidding me?
So he's worth 15. And then 20 if with Victra, the Howlers, or a red. I do have a red. So it
that's
counts.
funny. So talking like about how endgame scoring works, I just had this yellow card that this is what I just used, end of game. This lets me pick up Victra and reds. Victra and Servo and reds. Servo is if with Victra.
Yeah.
So if you have this card and they're both in the discard, you can actually get a lot of points.
Yeah. Oh, have a good night, Albatross.
Have a good night.
It's okay. Go get some sleep.
Yeah, go get some sleep. Tomorrow's Friday.
Friday. So technically, I would be putting these together just to say that I paired the red with it, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I have Lysander, so he's worth 10. And then 20 if I have the Sovereign token, Octavia, or Cassius. I do have the Sovereign token, so I get that additional 20. I did do some planning. I didn't do no planning, you know? But I have Virga, which I was really glad to pick up. What?
I messed up.
Okay, so Virga is 10 points, and then 15 if your fleet token is at 6 to 8, or 30 if it's between 9 and 10. Mine is between 6 and 8, so I get plus 15.
I thought I messed up so bad. Oh, we're good.
Okay. And I have Bondius, which is 20 points.
We're only an hour from the TGIF.
Can I finish my points before you stop interrupting? I'm literally gonna beat you. Oh my goodness. So this is 5 if you have the Sovereign token, and 5 if with a gold, which I do have for both, which is perfect. So that's an additional 10 for me.
Planned ahead like the sign in Fatty's yearbook office. Shoot.
So I got 159 points for my cards,
I think that's
which is pretty respectable, actually.
Yeah, I think that's actually not bad.
Well, okay, we were getting around 200, so I'm about 50 off of where I was.
Our
but
highest scores, we're getting about 200. So 159 is actually not that bad.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with Dr. Virani, who I already played. She let me go through the discarded pile, the banished cards, and draw some that I wanted. But she's only worth 9. She doesn't give me anything else.
But she got you extra cards.
Yes, exactly. But
If you choose. But yeah. You have a lot of cards. You're going to lose a lot of points.
Oh, do not you worry.
Okay.
So I'm going to play Fitchner next.
Okay.
Fitchner is worth 25 points.
Yep.
And he's worth an extra 10 if with a red and 10 with Servo, and I have neither.
Right.
So he's only worth 25, but only 25? I mean, come on, 25 points.
And you picked it up for free at the end.
Exactly.
And
That's why I picked it up.
technically, he'd be worth 15 because you're losing 10.
But so that's why I picked it up. So next up, we have another gold here. We have Pax. Pax is worth 15. And he's worth 20 if with an Obsidian or Mustang. And I have Mustang. Mustang is worth 20. And she's worth 5 for each different color. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 30.
Nice. Yeah, that was good.
Then I have the Investor. The Investor is worth 15.
Okay.
And the Investor also has an end of game, but I didn't do it right away because it didn't really matter. Choose a color other than silver and gain 1 helium for each card of that color on Mars.
There's only one of 2 colors.
So I can gain 1.
Yeah, so there's 1 blue card and 1 white card on Mars currently. You can't see it right now.
Is that a pacifier?
And so because you can only choose 1 color.
It totally does look like a pacifier.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it really does. Hey, Marcus.
That's really...
Pax looks like a human version of Thanos.
He actually does.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
actually does.
Yeah, I agree.
He's actually really funny.
He actually kind of reminds me of Zeus from the animated Hercules. Pax.
He's a little bit bigger though.
Yeah, but
He's
that's
like-
what he kind of brings to mind.
I'm trying to do them in order of
Okay.
confusion. Next up, we have Joffo. So Joffo is worth 10,
Okay.
and he's worth 10 if with Alfred and 10 if with Nero, which I have neither.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
straight up worth 10. Then
You're
things
just gonna move things aside.
get interesting.
Okay.
I
Just
have
3 more cards.
Colonel Valentine.
Oh.
Colonel
I haven't even seen that
Valentine
one.
is worth 10.
Okay.
He also has an end of game ability, which is you may treat this card as if it was any one other color in addition to gray. In addition to gray. That means I get an extra 5 points from the card.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't. I thought it replaced it. I'm going to choose blue. So this card is now also a blue. He's worth 5 for each gold on all location.
There's only 1.
There's only 1. You guys can't see it. There's only 1, so it's worth 5.
Okay.
So now this is a blue.
Okay.
Okay. I have Dataport Specialist.
Well, he's blue and gray technically.
Yeah,
but
he's
yes.
blue and gray,
Yeah.
but the important part here is blue. He's worth 9 and 26 if with a blue.
Very nice. Good job.
Then I also have Romulus.
Okay.
25. 15 if you have the Sovereign token.
Nope.
I don't. Minus 25 if with Rogue or Octavia. I don't have. Or without a blue.
Okay, so he's not worth negative.
So
That's
he's with
good.
a blue, he's not worth negative.
So you got 224
Well, I get... Oh. Yes.
for your cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going back in?
Yeah. So
Whoop. Wrong one. That one.
next up is the fleet track. So you basically just look where your token is and get that many victory points. So I get 21, and you get 28. Helium is 3 victory points each, so 3.
It's like the easiest one to calculate.
7. I have 7 of them, so 21.
21. I have 5, so 15.
10 victory points if you have the Sovereign token, which I do, and you do not.
Yeah, that's like one of those little added bonus. If you just have the, if you have the,
I had it the whole game. You didn't even take it once.
I took it once right at the start.
Oh.
But yeah.
The Institute. I'm not winning this game, guys.
So the Institute is worth 4 victory points each for first place, 2 victory points each for second place,
Yeah,
and then
and then
1
one.
victory point for everybody else. In a 2-player game, it's 4 and 2. So
You have 32.
you math that hard? Yeah. So I have 8.
And
So
I-
yeah, 32.
I have 8 points.
So I have 32 and she has 8. That's how much of a difference it makes.
Yeah. But you went hard on that. There's no way I was winning that. I couldn't
It's
win
funny
that.
because I didn't like intentionally go hard.
Yeah,
It just
I
so happens that the cards I had kind of helped out.
So it's -10 for card, any cards over the amount of 7. So I only have 6 cards, so I don't
So
lose
you're
any.
good. I have a bunch, so...
Yeah.
So I have 9, so that means it's -20.
Okay. Is that actually my score? That's a bad score.
Did we trade scores?
Ooh. Wow.
Oh, that's not even our best score. Final score. Oh, we almost got the same thing. That's fine. Like we got 2-9. It could.
60 points difference, but totally almost got the same thing.
If I would have written that, you would have thought it was the same thing.
Okay, well, just because you can't write things.
Sure,
Wow,
it is.
You won a game. Wow.
The nice thing is, it is 60-point difference, but 60 points is
It's like really 2 cards.
Yeah, it's not actually that much. So you still did actually quite well, considering like I had a lot of influence.
Yeah, I got screwed on these 2 for sure.
And I think you got screwed a little bit on your cards.
So the cards that I got in my hand,
Yeah.
wasn't good. Yeah, we're gonna do -10s.
Oh.
Thanks,
Yeah, we
now we're gonna look at our plus and minus 10.
Is that how it's gonna work?
Yeah.
Wow, I see how it is. Where'd it go?
Where'd it go? Where'd book go?
It was just like... Alright, we're gonna start with the -10s.
Okay.
I really struggle when I get trash combo cards. I think that's why the idea with this game is don't even look at them at the start of the game. Don't look at the victory conditions like anywhere near the start of the game.
Yeah, twin, we won't count it. It's fine. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so that's what. So the trick is ignored, and that's what I tried to do up until like the halfway point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start looking what's here. Start looking.
Yeah.
Start reorganizing cards. And
Some of the
think that
cards
really
I got that
helped.
were good, I got at the end, but then I couldn't get like the thing I
The
needed.
combo. Yeah.
Right, and
Yeah.
we didn't have a lot of like cards out, and I just wasn't able to draw cards. There was only that one card that you could draw. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't getting what I needed.
I think that's the thing. At 2, you don't go through the deck.
you don't you don't see many cards.
Yeah. Which is fine. It just plays a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's still fun and still works.
Oh,
but
I
it's
still
just a
love the
little bit
game.
different. Okay, so first up, you're getting -10.
Time roller.
Thank you, Time Roller, if you're around. I'm getting -60.
Amazing.
Twin, that's so true. That's like actually so true. You have +10.
Well, are we sure? Let's go down a little bit. There's an everyone from Quicksand.
No, that's not for this game.
There's an everyone for Quicksand.
That's for when we play with everyone.
Do I get +10?
Yeah,
So it just negated what I got. I
Yeah.
hope you don't have any pluses.
it's fine. That +10 wasn't supposed to count. I have +30.
What? Why do people like you today?
It was not today. Can we just pause for a second? I was gonna do that, but realized it was more likely I would just forget and we'd be waiting forever. That's a lot closer.
This gives you random had the same feeling when I first saw Fantasy Realms. It's even more random. Yeah, you know what? I normally don't like random, but I don't mind it in this game.
Yeah, it's like it is
Because there is
random.
still some planning and some, I don't know.
The thing is, it is very random, but it's only random up until a certain point. Because here, let me switch to face. Because you're actually kind of stopping the random at some point in the game. And that's why I think 2/3 of the way through the game actually feels right. About 2/3 of the way through the game,
The game is short, yeah.
The game is very
we
short.
took like a while, but you can play it really, really fast, honestly.
but the thing is, after a while, there won't be that many new cards coming out. Which means you're going to try to look at the combination of what's on the board and what's in your hand. So the random kind of stops at like one point, and you're trying to make the best do with that short amount of turns you have left with
And
what's
with
on
what
the
you
table.
see, yeah.
So it is random, but I think it's random up to a certain point.
I don't mind losing and feeling I can't catch up, but I'm not wasting 3 hours knowing I'm gonna lose. Yeah.
It's a very quick game. It is a very, like, we played it in 2 hours.
Well,
so
not
we're-
even, because we started explaining at 44 minutes in.
But that's what I mean. So it's maybe like a half-hour game tops.